well, this might be the start of a new project, is actually connected to the Pentium project, as I plugged into this card here and I started having problems with it. Worked fine in Windows 98. I couldn't get the drivers to work in DOS, however, and it was having the same problems in Windows 95 as that one card that I was initially using was having in Windows 98. So I need to diagnose what's happening there. This card was in another computer. This is also an Aztec card. I believe I mentioned it, but I took that out because I didn't need two cards in it. So I'll use this for testing. However, I'd also like to, let me put this over here. I'd also like to get this card analyzed and working. Now this is an 1868F ESS audio drive. I have two of these cards. The other one didn't work. I'm not quite sure where I put it. I still have it. However, this one I'm not feeling too positive about either. I'll flip it to the other side to show you why. It looks like it's got a few actually, very large scratches across the traces, so I think the traces might be damaged on this. So I want to see if this works. If not, I'll have to try to basically bridge those or bypass these traces. In order to test all these cards though, I don't want to keep swapping forth between this case and out, right? Because that's a bit annoying. I want to get a proven solution that these cards will work in Windows 95, 98, and MS-DOS. The one I'm most confused about is this one. I was getting another IRQ conflict. Also plugging this in, and it was just getting a ton of noise and just wasn't wanting to work. So I don't know what happened here. But it was working fine in Windows 98, so I don't know why, unless the drivers are bad. So I did get it working briefly. I was getting the MIDI output working in Windows 95. This worked, but the actual sound card didn't work, like the sound chip I should say. So it'd be nice if maybe I can get this to work in it. Now I was hoping to save this for something. Well, without further ado, let's begin the Slot 1 project. Now of course you might be asking, I have with something like how many Slot 1 computers do I have? I think I have at least 5 other Slot 1 computers. Do I really need another one?
Yes.
Okay, I was looking at the packing slip for this. I didn't spend that much on this, and I've actually had this for 2 years. This is not old age, am I right? Absolutely beautiful. I'm seeing an AGP slot, 4 PCI, and 2 ISA, which is very good. So this will be, when all said and done, I think this might be I might make another Windows 98 machine here. This one is looking very good. Now, of course, what can maybe Voodoo 3? I don't have a Voodoo 3. I'm only using this right now for testing purposes before I get started on the nitty-gritty. Well, I hope it works also, I should say. See, Pentium 2, where is it? Pentium 2, there it is. So, I'm not sure if I'll keep that. It looks like it looks nice. So, it's got the ribbon cables still. Does that integrated audio? No, but it's got USB. So we're actually good on that front, because I will need to use audio. And it does have RAM. So let's go ahead and take it out. Look at those huge capacitors. Now, let's see what's not used. Looks like probably a game port header. Not quite sure what that goes to. This is like fresh. I don't think this has ever been used. Maybe very briefly. curious thing I saw, it has this. So this is a power switch. So this must have been in some computer. But hey, an extra power switch ain't too bad. So let's go ahead and I guess hook this up and see if we get it to work. Okay, yes, I put it back into this open air piece of crap. However, I know something interesting about the motherboard. It labels the jumpers on the board itself. So if this board works, I have a feeling I'll get along with it just fine. We got one more step, and that's to install the power supply and figure out how to deal with all these wires that I'm not using at the moment. Okay, I got a more modern power supply. And we have liftoff.